and I thought the elders knew what they were talking about. They don't. And in hindsight, what has become one of the most embarrassing, dumb arguments that we are talking truly normie conforming behavior, right? The same hippies that were out there protesting nuclear power, not nuclear war. I think we can all say we're against nuclear war. I think we're all on that. But the ones that didn't want nuclear power, but then go and bitch and whine about their, oh my God, it's global warming. Well, why don't you use the nuclear? Oh no, we can't. Oh, I see. You're just a whiny little bitch who likes to bitch. We are talking your solid 92, 93. Don't even get to 95 IQ people. And when you look back at it, it's embarrassing. These are washed up hippies. These are baby boomers who knew everything and they were your moral superiors. I'm sure people who were baby boomers worked for a living hated these antagonistic low IQ fucks. And now they're the ones like, hey, man, the fixed income. They're the ones getting bust out by whatever nonprofit Democrat Party arm to go stand on the bridge. I'm protesting. I'm upset. Oh, I hate capitalism in America. My grandchildren. These are, what was it, TJ Martinell? If you gave a boomer a gun with one bullet, they'd turn around and shoot their grandchildren twice. Fucking bless you, TJ. I think that's what it was. If you gave a baby boomer a gun with one bullet, they'd turn around and shoot the grandchildren twice. That's who we're talking about. And I'm not even going to argue with the people who it's all about the oil. I'm going to tell you the facts and the truth. We'll get to some economic research I did quite some time ago, and we're going to pull up a little bit more. And then I'm going to show you young people, the young are the really. I'm sure if I sat and thought about, there'd probably be some more dumb arguments. It is really just an identity like, wow, you are dumb. You're not only not a smart person, you are a truly stupid person. And I could forgive people with genuine low intelligence, like alcohol fetal syndrome, you have Down syndrome, something, but like you had everything, man. You had everything, man. You had parents who took care of you in the suburbs, and mommy and daddy paid your way with a master's degree in political science, man. And you sat there and you strummed your acoustic guitar. I think you were. In my day, they had the no blood for oil. During even when I was in high school, the first Iraq war, same fucking morons came out when we had the second Iraq war. No blood for, what do you guys care? You guys hate the military. You want them all to die anyway. It's just a bunch of spoiled, now gray-pubed assholes who are pampered little bitches, bought and paid for by the production of capitalism and hardworking grandparents and parents before them, who are worthless human beings who do fucking lazy to get a real life and get a real job. And all it is this knee-jerk reaction. Why don't you go read Vogue magazine? No, seriously, why don't you go read, like, not even Newsweek? That's too highbrow. Why don't you go read Rolling Stone? Why don't you go, hey, you know what, Mr. 51-year-old man, why don't you go buy yourself a pair of Cavariccis and do the current popular thing, man? How about all you Gen X fucks who are going to protest? Why don't you go find your pacifiers, put LSD on them, and then suck them, and then go to a nightclub? It'd be really cool and edgy. They did that back in the. If at any point you think Gen X was cool, they're not. Okay. So let me. Oh shit! I deleted it. Oh, shit, I had it. Hang on. I got to look this up. Don't worry. It won't take that long. Long ago, I knew I had written this. Yeah, this is a title 2018. This was, the midst of the, or the last half of the Iraq, Afghan, Middle East war. It's titled, Why Mathematically Could Not Have Possibly Been All About the Oil. And because that was the big thing back in the day, and if you could imagine it, they hated George Bush Jr. almost as much as they hated Donald Trump. Any Republican that comes out, everyone is programmed. Because, again, you guys are 92 IQ. You were double-digit IQ fucks. Hate current guy because thing and reason why I don't want to get a job or work hard enough. Yeah, I'm a good Democrat. I hate current thing. I'm popular. I want other people's money not paid for by me to help other people. Everybody like me now. Why no one sleep with me or have children that like me? Anyway, this was like the peak. Could you doing it for the old George Bush and Halliburton? I think I even found an article I wrote where I looked at, I think it was Baker Hughes, and they were actually losing money. It objectively was not for the oil. But I had a simple question. I knew in World War II, Germany had to create their oil synthetically. It was through a process of coal, heating up coal or something. They just didn't have enough oil. This is why when they went after the Baku oil fields over in Central East Europe. If any of you Democrats care to look that up, you could study history. Hey, have you Democrats have you found out where Venezuela is? Can you point to it on a map yet? You can't oil, man. Are you young people? My point, I'm going to get to it. Don't worry. Are you young people? Let's ignore my argument. It's not going to be an argument. It's going to be proof. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, it can't possibly be about the oil. Do you see what I'm aiming for with these people? You see, I'm trying to warn you about them, right? Do you understand how your teachers lied to you? You got that, right? Teachers lied to you about a whole bunch of shit, or they just didn't train you on anything important. You see how your professors are all like curiously all anti-American? I'm not saying you got to vote Republican, but have you not noticed they all kind of say the same thing? And it's kind of like, yeah, it is. My English teacher, they, them was kind of cringy. They really were. The people who want to like ruin all your fun in video games, the people who want to censor you, if it turns out, they all tend to be Democrat type leaning people. These are the same people now. You see how I'm trying to, have they aged and embarrassed themselves enough for young people to identify, wow, it's all about the oil, man, are people, one, I don't want to become, and two, people I know I'm not going to listen to. Right? It could be other reasons. There could be immoral reasons why Trump took out Maduro or captured him. Had him come play. Hey, come play with me in Florida. Come on over. They had a sleepover. They're having fun times. There could be wrong moral, but it's not about the oil. This is using people. This is me pointing out that when someone says you go about the oil, man, it's like the what's it called? The Twitter account, like retard finder, and not the ones who are mentally disabled. We're talking people who had every benefit in life and still managed to come out retarded. That's what I want you to realize, because it's going to fly. This is all going to fly. You're going to see it. Simply, so here it is. I ranked the argument of it's all about the oil somewhere around. It's all about the corporations, man, and the rich get richer and the poor get poor. By the way, this is 2018, back when I was a real economist. Very simple, easy explanations that explain complex international economic and political phenomena for thoroughly dumb people who are too lazy to put much effort into other things. However, even though the Iraq war is effectively over and we're nowhere near the military force we had in the Middle East 10 years ago, my mind was jarred to do a little bit of math whilst listening to a podcast about Germany's synthetic oil production during World War II. With the Allies cutting off Germany's access to the Baku and other oil regions, Germany was forced to produce oil synthetically, which begat the question in Cappy's mind, how much does it cost to create a synthetic barrel of oil? This is an important question because the Iraq-Afghanistan war was not cheap, $2.4 trillion as of 2017. So let's just call it $3 trillion today with inflation. So I asked how much synthetic oil could we have produced with that money instead? If it's all about the oil, synthetic or not, would it have been cheaper to just produce it at home, not to mention avoid all the death and destruction the war has cost both sides? Man, I'm a good writer. That's very clear. You guys can just link to this if you wanted. The math goes like this. The U.S. imports 5.1 million barrels a day from the Mideast region, not Iraq. That's only 0.61 million barrels, not OPEC. That's only 3.4. The entire region is only 5.1 million barrels per day. The reason I took the region is I know you Neanderthals, it's all about the oil. Dopes are going to say, man, it wasn't just about Iraq, but the entire region, man. 5.1 translate 1 billion per barrels per year, which when you apply the $95 per barrel, it is estimated to cost to produce it synthetically. You're looking at an annual price tab for synthetic oil of $177 billion to replace Mideast oil. This compares the annual cost of the Iraq war of $172 billion, so a profit of $5 billion per year, effectively a net wash, though I'd argue $150 billion loss per year if you assume we're merely going only after Iraqi oil. There it is. Now, I don't know today, almost 10 years later, 8 years later, what the price it would cost. Maybe technology has advanced. We can create it even cheaper, though then we'd have inflation. But at $95 a barrel, which is what it costs synthetic, it would have been a lot cheaper, especially in terms of human lives, to just make it at home. And how many people would we have employed? I don't believe in the multiplier effect because it's not a thing. But that kind of answered it for me. Like, well, wait, why, of all the ways to get oil, right? Of all the ways, going to war is awfully expensive. It's awfully expensive. And you got to think about that. Look, you may not like George Bush Jr., you may not like George Bush Sr., you may not like Obama. You may not, I don't know, I would have thought that it was terrorist attacks that caused us to go in the Mideast, but either way, you got to think at their level, or somebody in their staff would have said, hey, if we're going there that's a real expense. We got to fire up the aircraft carriers and send the troops in, and some people are going to die on both sides. I think a much better and sensible way to get oil would be to, hell, I'm sure if you went to the oil company, by the way, it wouldn't be like, we're just creating a synthetic industry. I'm sure what they would do if you really wanted more oil, you'd give a fraction of that money to the oil companies. They say, hey, go explore some more. We need more oil. It just shows you what a low IQ argument these people are. It just shows you they are truly stupid people. And then a little bit after the Iraq war started, I don't know if you remember the Bakken oil field, right? This is when oil prices got so low and they discovered a fracking technique, mainly in North Dakota. It said, hey, there's this technique that we can actually get oil out of North Dakota. I had friends that moved out of Minneapolis who would go work the Bakken oil fields. They were making great money. And well, we had cheap oil and economic growth, and young men were making lots of money. We couldn't have that, right? We can't have that. And then the Democrats wanted to block all the gas lines, all the pipelines, right? Right? Because liberal white women are bored and they don't have kids and they're bearing Karens. They got to go stop it. Anytime anybody's having fun, liberal white women use the Democrat Party to end it, right? We can't have fun. We can't have wealth. We can't have jobs. So I said, well, that was another thing. Like, okay, $95 a barrel, which is probably, I don't know, technological advances, maybe lower, inflation, maybe higher. I don't know. But let's just say it's $95 to synthetically create a barrel of oil. That's off the table now. We wouldn't do that. You know why? We just open up the Bakken oil field. And then I said, well, what's the price per barrel that the Bakken oil field becomes profitable at? And on the average, of course, it depends on where you are and which individual drill and well. They say between $50 and $60 a barrel. Here's an article. Bakken break-even prices threaten profits. Oh, there's a bunch of other shale. That's what they dig. I didn't know there was one in Appalachia. Look at that. The Niobrara. Hey, that's almost my neck of the woods. Oh, look at that. This is in 2024, so about 2 years ago. Bakken break-even prices risen 70% pattern. I'm just trying to see some numbers. Euro oil. This is a very detailed and technical report. Bakken production has risen 300,000 barrels per day, largely because 1,459 new producing wells were added. Oh, hey, we better put a stop to this. My God, there's some young men out there making good money. Soon they'll be able to afford a house. Hey, quick, rich white women from the suburbs and prissy ass little pain in the ass pussies who want to protest all the time about environmentalism, who don't work real jobs because you're a bunch of nepo babies. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And we got to stop the pipeline. Stop it. Well, what's the price of oil right now? It's 57. Okay, what's it been for the past couple? Oh, it's been coming down. Okay, so it was at 77 about a year ago. It's been coming down because Trump's tariffs caused inflation. Remember when you all thought Trump was going to cause inflation? Remember that inflation? It's starting to get in the range that a lot of those Bakken oil fields are profitable again. And here's another thing. I know none of you do research or study, those of you with your 91 IQ. Yeah, man. Why don't you go ask Dad for some more money? Okay. Why don't you do that? If you were curious about the history of Venezuela, it was nothing. Oh, the 1910s, 1920s. I was surprised to find only 2 million people lived there. I'm like, it was that sparsely populated? And they found oil way back in the day. And over time, in general, as the U.S. grew and the region grew, Venezuela produced more and more oil. Venezuela, they were like, we don't know anything about oil because they didn't. And America's like, we just started learning about oil like 20 years ago. But we know some things about oil. So why don't we come in there and help you out? And so all the oil companies would go in there and they would, they'd say, hey, give us a percentage of the cut in the profits. And some would go to the government. We have joint ventures. And so you would have kind of like how you have Saudi Arabia Day or anywhere in the fucking world. First world technology helping out people in the second and third world. All right. I'd have to adjust for inflation because we're talking over 100 years ago, investments have been going on there. We are talking modernly tens of billions of dollars minimum of investment up front that would have to go in there just to get their economic oil industry back up and running. I mean, you say, now, Cappy, I thought you said Venezuela's been at this for 100 years. Certainly, they must have some technological investments. Certainly, domestically, they must have some great petroleum engineers in Venezuela. And they do, and they did. There are great petroleum engineers, no doubt, in Venezuela right now as we speak. Oh, that's right. Communism took over and everything went to fucking shit. And before you say, yeah, but the embargo, dude, that was before. Go look at Chavez. You want to see. Go look at it. Anyway, the oil infrastructure, refining capacity, transportation, all that has decayed significantly under the past two dictators who are communist. And so it's not like you just go there and you get it. You're going to have same thing with Iraq. I'm sure we could use that as, take a look at that as a proxy, if you will. Well, what did it cost to get all that oil production back on? I know numbers and logic and thought and Pearson very, hey, John, about the oil, man. I'm a good person. So this is not just, we go down there, whip our dick around and grab all the oil. That's not what it's going to be. It is, I guarantee you, it's going to be way cheaper to just start drilling holes. And actually, you don't even have to drill the holes. They've capped a lot. I know this because a close friend of mine actually worked there. I actually got to go on one of these rigs. It was really cool. They cap them off. And all you got to do is take the cap. I mean, it's a little bit more than that, but you take the cap off, you start drilling again. If the price of oil warrants it. And also, the price of oil can't just go up a little bit. Oh, now it's profitable. Everyone send in. They're going to be like, oh, yeah? Are the Democrats and their liberal white Karen overlords going to come in here and start nagging us and preventing it and stopping the pipeline? Well, yeah, let's just see. We'll see. And plus, the price of oil could come collapsing down again. And they fired up the machines and went over there for no darn reason, took a loss. But if it was really about the oil, we got it at home. It's a lot cheaper. Now, I haven't done an economic analysis, but neither have you fuckwits, about what it would cost to go get per barrel of oil, Venezuelan oil, right? With military intervention and an occupation force and rebuilding and all that other shit, which I can understand the arguments against that. I can understand that. But I'm gonna be charitable. I'm gonna ask you guys with your 92 IQs, can you get it up to 95 and say, oh, wait a minute, maybe it ain't about that. That's all I'm gonna ask you. I know it's more about masturbation for you guys. Like, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, other people's money. But you guys are, I mean, you're lost, Steve. You're still fucking 30 years like, just go live in Denver and smoke some more pot. Okay, just go there. For the younger people, you're going to see the liars. And what's sad is they're so low IQ, they may actually think it's all about the oil. I mean, let's admit, how many of them did the research I did 8 years ago? You're going to see who you want to have on your kickball team and who you're not going to want to have on your kickball team. You're going to find the people who claim to have like some kind of insight and moral authority and know how to run a country. And we really ought to be doing this. And meanwhile, I guarantee, fine, it was really cool when you were 25 and protesting against the oil, man. And now that you're a 40, 50, 60, you're an 80-year-old boomer who still thinks it's 1968, you're protesting. Look at, do you want to be, it's more of a life lesson. Do you want to end up like these people? Do you want to end up like some pothead living in Section 8 housing or a trailer outside of Seattle where you're still reminiscing about the 90s and the grunge era and where Kurt Cobain was still alive? Do you want to be these people? Do you want your entire life to be one of anger and rage where instead of getting a real job or perhaps joining a real religion, whichever one you choose, doesn't matter, and having a family or becoming an accountant and having a car you can work on or some life, you're instead such a lazy sack of shit. You go out and bitch and whine and become a professional protester your entire life. And if you're lucky, you get paid by George Soros, your $8 an hour and a cup of pudding for you boomers that got the, oh, we get to go out of the nurse. Do you want to end up like a fucking baby boomer with this cup of pudding on a bridge, holding a sign, not knowing what it says, let alone what his name is? Do you want, and no one visiting you, because frankly, assholes don't get people to love them in return, whether that's friendship, brotherly love, sisterly love, familial love, or romantic love. What do you want? I guess that's do you want, they're losers. These are fucking losers. And they're just going, wasn't it great? Some of you, you're younger than me, but you're old enough that you know about the Occupy. Remember Occupy Wall Street? When did that happen? When did Occupy Wall Street happen? I guess we all have our loser hippies in our generation. And I think a lot of you millennials, when did that happen? 2011. So that's 15 years ago. Where are they now, right? All the cool hip kids that went down, oh, we're going to Occupy. Where are they now? I'm not saying that. Remember, I want to create a video game called Banker Hunter Cappy. I hate the bankers. I'm with you. You have no idea. Go get my first book, Behind the Housing Crash. You'll see I'm in agreement with you. We should not bail anyone out, students included. But my point is, okay, you did the protest, you did the thing in your youth. Have you grown up? How many of you millennials, that'd be square millennial age, right? About that, right? You're in your 20s then, now you're in your 30s and 40s now. Does that makes, I think the math works on that, right? Are they still protesting the bankers? Are they George Bush? Like, dude, it's so sad. Well, I'll get some old timey boomer in my comment section and he'll blame fucking Reagan. I'm like, dude, Reagan hasn't been president since 1989 because the year inaugurated and people don't. Never mind. 1988 for you 92 IQ people. Yeah, I got to make sure. Yeah, 80, 88. Right. Yeah, I was there. That's what is that? That's 10, 35, 37 years ago? Did I do them? That's almost 40 years ago. It's almost 40 years ago, man. And you're still bitching about Reagan in your personal life. My message, I want to speak to Gen Z to say, look at these fucking precious fools, right? Go look. It was really cool to be part of Antifa. Okay, yeah, when you were 21 and living home. Now you're like 27 and living at home? Or 30 and living at home, and none of you have jobs. Are the fun times over? Is the land of make-believe? Are we done now? Do you want to get on with your life? And my point, you're not going to convince these people. This is they are permanently lazy. They are permanently work avoidant. They will never do anything industrious in their personal lives or their outside career lives to get a life. My question to Gen Zers is, do you want to become like these people? Right? I don't even want to talk about the Maduro thing. Like, yeah, you'll notice the current big thing in the news happens, and maybe a quarter of the time I'll talk about it because I want to get riled up. I don't want, that's the current thing, man. I want to go hike. I want to do something else. I'm not even talking directly about Maduro. I'm talking about everyone's reaction to it. But do you want to do that? There'll be things where an event will happen. It's right in my wheelhouse. Like Minnesota. People want me to talk like, fuck, I don't want to talk about Minnesota. It's like talking about your abusive family and everyone's drug addiction. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Do you want to have something to talk about that isn't, I was just like every cocksucking hippie, regardless of the generation. What was baby boomer actual hippies? It was Gen X, pacifier sucking LSD, the oil man, versus the student loan truster, Occupy Wall Street, millennial hippies. Or now what? It's all about the oil version 2.0. Or do you want to be here really is a question for Gen X, or I'm sorry, Gen Z. Do you want to become the first adult generation the United States have had since World War I? Or do you want to play the same horseshit games all these know-nothing adults in your life told you to? Which do you want? Again, it's not a you should go vote Republican or, white picket fence house in the suburbs. But holy shit, isn't that a lot better than what nearly everyone who said they knew better has now? Fucking grandparents, not mine. They're all dead. But grandparents of this generation, I need more income. I'm going to protest. I want to sit on a bridge with George Soros. Like, lady, shouldn't you have Christmas with your grandkids before it's all over and you're dead? You were just a miserable protesting bitch this entire time. Fuck. What a waste of life. There. Perhaps that's the needle point. Do you, Gen Z, I give you another exhibit of people older than you whose behavior is so old and provably wrong. That's fine when you're 23. They're not 23 anymore. They're 53. Do you want to end up like them? Or do you want a life? That's it. Dag-nabbit kids these days. And I'm talking about you baby boomer cocksuckers who are fucking hippie, dirty fucking lice-infected hippies, infested hippies. Yeah. You're all kids. All right, let's go to the super chats. Aaron Purdue, $5. It's about more people dying from drugs than our wars combined from 1755 to now. Oh yeah, no, I that's one of the practical ones. Yes, I hadn't even thought about that. I haven't thought about it that much. I'll be honest. I'm like, oh, we got a communist cocksucking dictator out? That's awesome. I mean, what happens after? That's a different question. But like, okay, cool. I'm very happy for the Venezuelan people. I hope it goes well. I also kind of like, well, what about Cuba? I bet who's in control now? Is it Raul? I heard. Like, yeah. Remember when we were on good terms? Yeah. It ain't going to be no Bay of Pigs invasion. It's going to be a lot better. It's going to be done a lot better, asshole. Yeah. One country at a time. But yes, you are right, Aaron. That's right. It would be about drugs. Ken Rose, $2. He says, hello. Thank you, Ken. Plains Warrior, $5. In our defense, Maduro did dare Trump come and get me and called us cowards. Well, yeah. And then if you remember, Hugo Chavez called George Bush Jr. the devil. And I think it was you can smell sulfur or something like he does long. If any of you cared about history, Trump is just trying to accommodate the guy. Look, after a while, you keep calling everyone a fascist. It's like, all right, well, I might as well be one and have the benefits of it if you're going to accuse me of it. I don't even think that's fascistic. I think this is simple self-defense. Prince Revolver, $2. I accepted people are lazy and hate their country. You know why? You know what's sad about that, Prince? Is it because it's easy to hate your country. It's so easy. And you think you're being so edgy. And it's so popular. Oh, my goodness. It's so popular. Look how edgy I am. Oh, Gen X women were all about that. In Europe, shut the fuck up. Go drive daddy's cabriolet convertible a little bit more. Why don't you? Get the fuck out of here. Aaron Purdue, $5 again. It's about third world gangs tailing over cities like Phoenix, Denver, and Albuquerque, man. Bunch of Durmiendo. Are you Latino? Do you know what that means? I don't. Yep. South Pod, 5 Canadian. Wouldn't it be about keeping China out of our sphere of influence? It could be about, look, there's multiple benefit reasons for this. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about the U.S., if that's ironic enough. But Venezuelan people have a shot at real democracy now. We might have a future trading partner. Employment might go up in Venezuela. Employment might go up here. Oil companies will make profits. Oh, my God. Oil company. Oh, no. Oh, what? Which are majorly owned by pensions. So what? People's pensions and their 401ks go up in value. Every one of you fuck off. Every one of you. It's so tiring. But yes, you're right. There's China. There's Cuba. Sends a nice little message to every fucking dictator out there. Like, yeah, look, if you want this not to happen, you got to donate all your money to the Democrat Party and they'll put in a dictator. Okay. You got to cheat better at elections next time. All right. I love how it's just spurging out the left on this country. And I did my previous video, how you are going to see the left cheer on evil. Right. I thought the left was all this no kings, like what, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. And now all of a sudden we got rid of a dictator and a king and Brandon Reed, $2. Estimate how many illegals in the country right now. Right. And then how many would go back? Look, I can understand the Venezuelans wanting to get the fuck away from Venezuela. I get it. Yeah, now it's time for you to go back. Build your country back up. Devious DJ Aftershock, $5. Deposition of Maduro serves multiple purposes for my analysis. Denying Russia, China from the West Hemisphere and assessing resources being one of them. Yep. DJ Aftershock again, $2. The Biden mid blocking the acquisition of Spirit Airlines by JetBlue was one of Cappy's greatest cause for celebration in the past few years. Did he? I didn't pay attention to that one. All you guys did was make fun of me about Spirit going away and getting merged, and then it went bankrupt, and everyone sent me a lot of guff about that. I will miss Spirit Airlines. I haven't flown in a while because I haven't gone anywhere they fly. I've been using Allegiant, and I try not to use Delta or American, but sometimes there's no other choice. 3 Jaguar, $5. Kidnapping Maduro changed nothing. They are still saying no to Trump. He will have to actually invade. Okay, fine. I think we learned our lessons from Iraq. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it like in and out. I'm really curious from a military perspective. All right, what's the next move? Do we just let them be? Do we send them friendly reminders with missiles and just say, hey, you're going to do this? Do we have we co-opted through clandestine operations key people within the Venezuelan government infrastructure to work with us and say, we're going to put a new person in here now. What we're likely going to do is have fair elections. And then we're going to monitor this shit. And we're going to make sure you never get a fucking communist dictator ever again until we have our own communist dictator. And then it'll be like, oh my God. And then Russia and China will be the free people. What? Captain Jack, $5. This is so that China and Iran don't get the oil and set up a base in the Caribbean. Also helps prevent invasion of Taiwan. Okay, good. Again, multiple reasons for this, right? I work security for multiple reasons. We took out Maduro for multiple reasons. Jorge S., $5. Oh no, the Dems are getting pissed off about a kidnapping of a world leader. Anyways, don't care. I'm going back to play God of War on PS2. Yep. It's a minor thing. It's not like a big, they don't send up a sign in the sky, but no one cares what the desire of people on the right or the libertarian people just disagree with Democrats. They're not even caring to explain their position anymore. Like, yep, oh, I guess he kidnapped him. Oh, well, don't care. Get fucked. Captain Jack, $2. So when did leftists care about the law anyway? Exactly. Ass Bucket, $2. Minnesota boomers are out protesting. Of course they were. Of course. Wait, Ass Bucket, like, I don't know, send me an email or tell people in the chat room the link to the article. Show us a picture, right? There you are. You're a 78-year-old boomer. Lord knows it's 8 degrees in Minnesota right now. It's the weekend. And instead of spending time with your fucking grandchildren, you're sitting there. Aah! Again, Gen Z, do you want to become like the elder generation of Americans before you? McGoy. $2. Iraq was a taxpayer money laundering. No. Ass Bucket, $2. Cap, what sports ball game are you watching today? None of the above. I'm gonna keep working on the book. I might go to the gym. I might go for the hikes, but I'm doing this. I got a couple consulting. Basically, it's this. I'm writing, and I get sick of looking at that screen. So I come over here and do a video, and I look at this screen. And then I get tired of this screen. Then I go outside and look at the sun. Like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on out here, man? Oh, look, some boomers protesting. They don't know who they are. And I go back and I write because I want this project to be done. And then I come back here and hey, gang. And just repeats and repeats. And then soon, once the taxes are done, then I can go have some fucking fun. Which includes hopefully getting into a boxing gym, learning combat and tactical arms over at Gunsight in Paulden, Arizona. And then maybe flying out to Croatia or Thailand. I haven't figured out which. 6226, $2. They're mad because of no U.S. casualty. Yeah, it's another thing. They're very upset about that. They're very upset. At the end of the day, they're despicable people. They just hate good things. They hate the fact they have to work. They have nothing else in their lives but socialism via the Democrat Party. And there's nothing else for them to do. Like, no one wants to spend time with them. So all they got to do is it's like those judges, the one who got arrested in Milwaukee for letting illegals in, right? It's people who are rejected by society. Nobody wants anything to do with them, right? No one wants to fuck these ugly liberal white women. What do? They go and they attack the country. And they do it by whatever means they can, letting the illegals go, both criminal. I don't mean illegal aliens, but go look at the hate-filled DA of Hennepin County. She will not prosecute, people who have felony records if they're pulled over on traffic charges. The reason she does that is she hates the country. I don't even know her fucking name because it doesn't matter. It's the same fucking shit. Women that were in the past rejected by a man are going to show men what's what by destroying their country. That's what they're going to do. And it's the same thing here. I had a miserable life because Americans of the past required me that I do something with my life so that maybe they invest in me, whether it was hiring me, being my friend, or fucking me. And no, they're not going to do that. So I'm going to take it all out. My children, I know some vindictive baby boomers who are still alive who like they withheld money for their grandchildren because the grandchildren, as the grandchildren grew up, wouldn't visit them enough. It's like, dude, they're young kids. They're getting out on their lives doing shit. I know. I'm like, they're working. What do you think they're doing? Anyway, yeah, you don't want to be miserable people like that. McGoy, should we deport negative tax revenue, net negative tax revenue immigrants? If they're, it's not, I wouldn't at this immediate point in time. If they are here illegally, I would deport them. That has nothing to do with whether they're negative net tax revenue immigrants. If they are here legally, that means they have a visa in some other contract by which they should be here. That contract should be honored until the point it expires, and then they should leave. Because why are we here to subsidize other people? I know it's a foreign concept to a lot of people, but it really should be Americans first. But Americans, especially liberal white women with other people's money, just want to be like, no, other people first, because I want to be my popularity first, me. There's going to be a lot of unvisited liberal white women in the nursing home. No one's going to visit them. Was it that hard not to be a bitch? Couldn't he have been nice? I remember some gals, they seemed to like guys and they had fun. They're in the distinct minority, but they seemed happier. Woo. Askbuck at $5. I spent days moving to Proton Mail, updating password and deleting old accounts. It's always something. Yeah, Askbucket, same boat with you, man. I got my new commercial credit card, and now I got to go through and find out, all right, what do I have on auto pay on this? And I got to cancel all those accounts, switch it to the new one, because Capital One, fuck you. Fuck you, Capital One. Oh, shit. We got, who's the clown actor? Although he is a good actor. They bring him in, and he's an acceptable black actor that white people like. We like him. Pulp Fiction guy. Why can't you're all yelling at me now? I can't. He's one of the most famous actors ever. Pulp Fiction. Just let me look it up. Cast. Samuel Jackson. I hate him. Most overrated. Just you were hired because you're the acceptable black guy. Not Denzel Washington. There's a guy, he can act. Morgan Freeman, he can. Oh shit! Look out! I'm the hip. Shut the fuck up. Yo, you're the cool one. Is that what I'm being told? That you're the cool one? Oh yeah, let me get real excited about you, asshole. Yeah, I don't like that guy. That once they started having that clown come with his fucking glasses. Oh, is that the current? Oh, he's like the most teenager white girl that isn't. That's just like you're the most scripted fucking corporate synthetic character ever. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.
I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
This is the first thing that happened to me in 2026. And if this is an omen that 2026 is just going to be as bad or worse than 2025. Yes, things are getting worse because you keep voting for parasites and letting parasites into the country and raising parasites. Oh my God, where's your influence? Let me tell you the ritual, okay? Every morning, me and the GF wake up. And then we have coffee in bed. And then she's kind of like my admin, my secretary, actually in more ways than one. And what she does is she goes through the local news. If there's anything important, she'll let me know. I go on the social media, check stats and data, do my work. And she doesn't go to the gossip columns, right? We don't go to the gossip columns because that's where truly worthless, disproportionately women, wannabe journalist, hack writer, nobodies go. Oh my God, twizzling, is it the new fad? It's not real, right? See, at least in the olden days, the tabloids, you had more pride in buying a Playboy or a Penthouse than you did a tabloid. You know, the Acquirer was there. It was the Isle of Shame and the checkout centers. I don't even know if they probably don't. I haven't even looked in ages. This is the main news in Vegas. This isn't the tabloids. Don't bother this girl, though I am going to do a little bit of digging into this person. Well, how'd your choices, to the lady who wrote this, Janelle, how did your life choices get to where you say, you know what I'm going to do day 1, 2026? What are the choices that got me to the point I'm writing trash? That it is such a slow news day that I'm going to write this fucking dumbass, lame, like, do you want to be a mother? Do you want to be a wife? This is what you went to school for, huh? And I gotta ask, are people dumb enough? I know people are dumb in the United States, but does anyone take this seriously? I guess what irks me is that this is on one of the main Vegas news channels, and therefore it's somewhat established. It would be somewhat germane or quality. It's a waste of time. This is a waste of everyone's time. Dating Sunday could kickstart your 2026 love life. Now, I was confused. Well, Sunday's coming up. I guess it wouldn't even kickstart my love life. Why do I have to go on a date on Sunday? Why, if me and the GF want to go out, we'll go out on a date. What's special about this? Is there something trend-like, pattern-like on that day of the week? Sunday? Like, people don't go on Sundays. Oh, my God, but it's actually statistically shown. No, this is a thing. It's a shtick, guys. Dating Sundays. Like Taco Tuesdays and Hump Day and Dickless Wonderfucks watching sports ball on Sunday football. It's a thing, gang. Dating Sunday. could kickstart your 2026 love life. Really? You're going to tell me on this one day, it's like Black Friday. Like this doesn't mean go on dates on Sunday. It means the first Sunday after New Year's. Like, I guess that's when all you normies do your I vow to be not such a piece of shit this year. And then you go to the gym for 2 weeks and that's it. Fuck. This one day, ladies and gentlemen, we solved the dating crisis. Written by this great journalist. What was it that your boss we need an article. We need a New Year's type of article about getting a better life and being the better you. It's that time of year. Go write some absolute horseshit, dog shit slop. And you all wonder why you're getting replaced by AI. If you're looking to find love in the new year, lose weight and be nice. Lose weight and wear heels, grow your hair out long, get rid of your tattoos, pull the fucking ridiculous metal out of your face, get a normal hair color. No, ladies and gentlemen, that's not it. It's dating Sunday. If you're looking to find love in the new year, you're not alone. Many people see January as a reset, a chance to refocus, set new goals, and reconsider what they truly want in their relationship. But let me guess, no one's going to lose weight, right? At the end of the day, that mindset is a big reason why Dating Sunday has become so popular. No, it hasn't. It really hasn't. No one's heard of this. I think of all the production we could have all done if we didn't pursue these stupid careers, right? Come on. What is this article really advancing society? You're wasting everyone's time who's reading it. I'm wasting everyone's time lampooning it. I guess that's what's irking me. How much time do we waste as a community and a society? Couldn't you have I mean, legit, something as simple. Okay, this is not an unlanged. It's well written. This took time. Could you have not cleaned your house? Wouldn't it be nice to have a nice spotless house? What about really, we're going to do this, huh? We're going to fucking do this. Oh my fucking God. People are wishing me happy birthdays because they think today is my birthday because I put a fake date on the internet to secure my ID. Data thieves can't get my birth date. Now everyone's like, happy birthday, Jamie. Seriously, you could oil change, right? You're trying to get an oil change. Maybe the kids need to be taken to the dentist. This is a 3-4 hour process. What if we all stopped doing this horseshit bullshit that all of our teachers and guidance counselors say, you can do whatever you want. And I don't know, we worked on the family finances. We trimmed the grass that grew over the sidewalk. We caulked the cracks in the sidewalk. We did literally anything else but throw our fucking lives and time into this black hole of pissing our lives away. Why don't we just be honest? Right? No, look, you want love in this world? You want love? Everyone needs to lose fucking weight, and everyone needs to grow a pair and start asking the other people out. That includes you strong, independent women. And really, I thought I turned this down. TJ, stop fucking texting me. It's going to be a shit fucking year, man. It's going to be a shit fucking year. I could have swore on this new phone, I said, do not make noise. Speaking of throwing time into a black hole, why do we have to reset I mean, it really is. It's the same. Speaking of wasting our time, can you companies just make a product that we don't have to go in and turn off all the spy features you have on spy? I had to do that with a television. I had to turn off all the spy features, turn it off. Who connected this to the internet? Oh, I want to watch the Netflix show. It's not your fucking TV. Don't connect it to the internet. It's not your house. That mindset is a big reason why Dating Sunday has become so popular. No, No one's heard of Dating Sunday. No one has. Recognized as one of the busiest days of the year for dating apps, it falls on the first Sunday of January, which is January 4th this year. Platforms like Hinge regularly see a spike in activity as people decide they're finally ready to put themselves out there once more. No. Did you improve yourself? Did you lose weight? Yes, it is this simple. Did you lose weight? You didn't? What do you think is going to be different this time? Ladies, now I'm going to skew. Everybody's got to lose weight. Everybody, men and women in this country, y'all got to lose weight. Don't even fucking bothering here. You want a real New Year's resolution? Be a stoic, right? Practice stoicism. Acknowledge you're not going to lose the weight, so don't even bother wasting your time going on dates in 2026 because you're not going to have success, because you're too lazy to put in the effort, and liberate yourself from the false hope you're going to find love, allowing you to take those mental reserves and energy instead and put it towards things that are productive in your life, which could be sloth and laziness, playing more video games, going for whatever. Just give up the hope. Give up the hope. No, it's not that you went on the dating apps at the wrong time. It's not the dating app itself. It's not that you have bad luck, and it's not that the world sucks around you, though that is true too. You fucking suck. You're fat. You're overweight, and no one finds you attractive and doesn't want to fuck you. Can we start off 2026 with a really good fucking step forward called the truth? Can we do that? Or do you want to listen to more Democrat, Oprah, girl boss horseshit? The pig is beautiful. And she should like me for me. I vote Democrat. I'm a feminist. I'm a really nice guy. Knock it the fuck off. Just knock it the fuck off. Oh my God. Experts say, really, lady? What experts? What experts? It's like economics. I'm willing to critique my own profession. Economists suck. Economists have failed. We don't get the economy growing at all. And all we have is inflation and debt. Economists do not do their job. Same with psychologists. You guys don't do your fucking job. Everyone's getting worse mental health, not better. So all these dating experts, they're wrong. You know why? Because ain't no one dating, ain't no one happy. Dating experts. Really? Experts. Is that what they taught you in journalism school? You just say experts, but you don't provide knowing. And then the experts themselves are full of shit anyway. Experts on Dating Sunday, a thing that doesn't fucking exist. Approach Dating Sunday with intention can make the experience not only more enjoyable, but also more successful. What horseshit? You know how you're going to get more dates, okay? If you Aaron, why isn't the car starting? Let me look under the hood. Holy shit, let me tell you the many ways your car is not starting. Your alternator is shot. You don't have a battery. The timing belt is gone. There's no engine. You don't have the keys, right? Oh, these dating experts never look under the hood and say, well, just try again. Hopefully things will. You see this one day, if you start, you're like, no, you need an engine, and you need spark plugs, and you need a distributor cap. You need the entire ignition system of this car. So I'm going to say it here. What you need to do is you need to lose weight, everyone. And ladies, not only do you need to say yes to dates, you need to show the fuck up for them. And ladies, you need to stop looking like dudes or some fucking train wreck extra that came out of a Mad Max movie, because that's what the Democrat Party told you to look like, is absolute unfuckable, degenerate trash. This is so tiring. This is so fucking tiring. I shouldn't, maybe that should be my New Year's resolution, is not to read the gossip columns, which even if the gossip columns are in the normal Las Vegas news. See, that's one thing I do not like about my job, which is it's not a job. This is a joke. Let's just be honest. I'm honest. I'm not some girl on the internet. My business. No, it's not a business. It's not a business. Yes, you filed an LLC, but this is not a business. We don't have factories and employees. One thing I hate about this hobby is that I got to look into the abyss in this type of shit because it actually is germane to the whole economic sexual market. It is. And a lot of it, even if it is, I was going to say trailer trash, not trailer trash, gossip trash, TikTok trash, garbage, tabloid garbage. A lot of girls cannot discern between that. Like, at least in the day, we knew, no, that's a tabloid. That's in the checkout aisles of the grocery store. Don't read that. That's trash. That's wrong. You girls don't know the difference because it's on TikTok. Even I, you guys saw me go on my journey. You guys like that word, journey? Fucking worthless. I went on my journey about 4 years ago, where I'm like, hey, is this real? These girls just doing it for attention. Like, I at least try to find out, is that really what girls think, or is she just doing it for clickbait? Now I'm more on the side that no, it's clickbait. But there's been a bunch of channels that responded to it because they don't know. Like, oh my God, I can't believe the girls are saying these things. I'm like, it's all clickbait. It's all act. It's all theater. One of my more intelligent friends, a realtor, and he's older though, is like, I can't believe this girl said this thing. I'm like, because she didn't say that thing. I mean, she said it, but she doesn't mean it. It's not real, buddy. It's not real. Why would they do such a thing? I know, it's for attention whoring. But they're ruining the dating market. Yes, they are. Why do girls believe it? Because the same reason you believed it. So here we got is the experts. Are the experts happy? Are the experts married? Are the experts thin and having good sex? Approaching dating Sunday with intention can make the experience not only more enjoyable, but also more successful. One of the simplest and most effective things you can do is lose weight and show up on the date. Add a comment when you like someone's profile. Oh my God. This is the same horseshit advice our parents, our moms gave us. What? Just be nice and show it. You should open the door and offer to do the dishes. Oh, that's some of the worst advice. The advice we got in the 80s about oh my God, the worst. Here's the best advice: lose weight and become a drug dealer. Girls like drugs, but not one of the big ones that's going to get arrested and then do serious time. Be the happy guy. Be the fun guy who brings the drugs to the party. Instead of just tapping the heart, say something about what caught your attention. This is horseshit. This is who's reading this? This is dog shit. Thoughtful comments are much more likely to spark real conversations, and daters respond to the effort. Especially, no, they don't. No, they don't. Especially when you ask a question that invites more than a one-word reply. What? Timing is also important. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Look, it's not this complicated. Do you want to go on a date? Are you single? The girl could say, because let's just admit, you girls are not equal to men in this one regard. You're very inferior. You are cowards. You will never ask men out because you are inferior in terms of courage. I'm not saying other things, but this one thing, you're inferior. Just like men are inferior in birthing. All these ancillary things. Oh, I asked it the wrong. If you were to follow the advice of all these dating gossip columnists, which is not in the gossip column, ironically, you wouldn't be able to do it. There's no time. I guess it's insulting that this is even published by this time to me in my profession. Can we just, could we all make it, I know you can't, but could our New Year's resolution 2026 is to be empirical? We're just going to do another year. We're just going to do another year. Timing is also important. See, when you did these 43 other things, now here's the 43rd thing you boys better do. Once you match with someone, reach out while the moment is still fresh. No, that goes against literally no, you guys need to wait 3 days. I'm sorry, that's how it is. Now, if you're really hot, all this bullshit goes away. But if you I don't know, need a job and have to work for a living and can't go to the gym 5 hours a day, yeah, you don't have time to do this. You got to wait 3 days. You got to play the game. Your chances of getting a meaningful response are the highest within the first 24 hours. No, it is not. No. If you want to stand out, consider sending a voice note. No. What? No, this advice might work for women. Send a voice note. They become increasingly popular because they show personality in a way text can't. In fact, conversations that include voice note are much more likely to lead to dates. Okay, source. And many daters say hearing someone's voice helps them feel an instant connection. By the way, lady, I'm not trusting you on any kind of advice. Unless you're still quoting the experts. I wouldn't, if you go look at her profile, she has a degree in mass communication. She's been a DJ. She's been, she's written for gossip. I would not listen. This is like me giving advice on what would I have advice on that would be completely hypocritical? This would be like me writing about pole vaulting. I have never pole vaulted in my life. It looks fun as hell, but it looks probably also very dangerous. I mean, how do you, with my little legs, I can't run that fast. I can run long day. I can't run that fast. Get better chalk to have a better grip on your pole vault pole. And many daters say hearing someone's voice helps. Activity on Dating Sunday tends to follow a predictable rhythm in the U.S. Likes usually start around 8 p.m. Okay, this I will believe. Likes usually start to peak around 8 p.m. That's when men start getting horny. So men are like, hey, I'm back home. I'm done with all my other horse shit I got to do. Now I got some downtime. What do I want? I want pussy. Oh, we better start liking and sending voice notes. And heating up around 9 p.m. Oh my God, just go out and ask a girl out. Go outside. If there's a cute girl, ask her out. This online horse shit is here. 2026, the day you just go see someone in public, you ask them out. And see a noticeable rise around 10 p.m. Yeah, guys still think they're going to get laid that night. All right, I got to up my game. I got to really I got to press the super like. Showing up during these windows can increase your chances of meeting someone who's actively looking to meet you too. Before diving in, it helps to clear up some of the misconceptions that tend to float around this time of year. Okay. Tell us, oh great journalistic one. Tell us, oh sage of the online dating world. One common myth is that your profile has to be funny to stand out. This is dog shit. While humor can definitely help, your prompts are you gonna all right now? Are we gonna say the truth? Are we gonna say that you need to be pretty good looking and shirtless in these pictures, right? While humor can definitely help, your prompts are really meant to reveal who you are, your interests, your values, and the more genuine parts of your personality. No. The whole point of your profile is to show the other person you're hot. That's it. People connect with authenticity more than punchlines. No. They connect with a guy who's jacked. Rich Cooper has a great, if you want, go get his book, Unplugged Alpha. And I think one of the very practical, helpful chapters in that book is about the online dating profile, which you could guess, but he makes it very formulaic and very clear. And I believe you want to have a fun one where you're out doing a physical activity that you enjoy. You're sailing or whatever it is. You need your cheesecake photo where you are jacked and ideally shirtless. But if you still got a little bit of a paunch, wear a very good fitting shirt or something, or like you're splitting wood and you got muscles, right? And then I guess there was one where you clean up well, like you're in a suit or something. He's right. None of that's going to work unless you're in shape. 2026, the year all you fat asses make a choice. I either like being fat and lazy and easy more than I want to get laid, or I want to get laid more than I like being fat. And then you choose. You get in shape or you don't. And you don't worry about it either way after. But Cappy, can I be the classical American where I hope to have my cake and eat it too? That someday a girl's gonna like me for me. Another misconception is that having a long list of deal breakers makes things clearer. The reality is that many people confuse minor pet peeves with true compatibility. A deal breaker is something fundamental, not something. This is true. Well, let's just be honest. I'll tell you this for guys and gals. Like, you're not going to be with this person forever. You just want to get out and go on dates. Why don't you? You're not trying to find your spouse right now. She is right about that for you girls. A deal breaker is something fundamental, not something like living a bit farther away than you'd prefer. Staying open-minded gives you a better chance of finding someone with real potential. Some daters think it's better to sit back and wait for likes to come in, but taking initiative teaches the app more about who you're drawn to. I mean, yeah, go ahead, swipe, but do it on the toilet. Do it while you're waiting for your ramen to stew. Do it while the latest Xbox or PS5 download takes place. Do it while you got some time, but don't, there is a waiting. It's fishing. Toss the line into the water, tie the pole down, walk the fuck away. See if you got a fish later on. Reaching out helps refine your recommendations so you find more compatible matches faster. Similarly, the idea that you have to play it cool or wait for the other person message first tends to work against you. No, this is the worst advice. This is so wrong. Now, it would work for women. If she was telling women, that would work. But this is the worst advice for men. Clear, kind communication is far more attractive than ambiguity. Nope. Tell me you've never online dated without telling me you've ever online dated. Even small gestures like confirming plans or sending a quick heads up shows consistency and genuine interest. This is horrible. We're going to lie to men some more, right? We're just going to do the same thing we've been doing. The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Lie to men about women. If you're planning to participate in Dating Sunday, refreshing your profile can give you a meaningful edge. Updating your photos, rewriting a few prompts, or adding your dating intentions can help people quickly understand what you're... Write a good profile once. Have it be honest. If you don't, done. Have you seen Asshole Consulting? That website's been the same now for coming up on 12 years. I'm not changing it. It works. There it is. Hinge lead relationship scientist Logan Urey. It's very interesting. Notes that small adjustments like expanding your age range or widening your distance setting can open the door to matches may have broken. No shit. Really? Well, I thought that only applied to cars because I'm in the market for a truck. Did you know when I expanded the radius from 50 miles to 100, I saw more trucks? Holy shit. What would we do without you journalists? Really? Don't you want to do something else? Like, what if you became a tailor? I don't know why that jumped in my mind, but you're the one with the tape measure and you get people looking really good, right? But it wouldn't be glamorous. This is embarrassing. This is shameful. Like if you were my daughter, oh, what's your kid up to? I'd be like, she's working in media. Oh, what'd she do? Oh, she fetches the coffee. Does she write anything? Nope. No, she doesn't. She absolutely do it. Yeah, if I was a father, I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? The fuck is this shit? You're embarrassing me and yourself and your family. You will not, where did I fail you? Of course, I would not let my daughter major in communication. I'd be like, nope, nope, you're an accountant or something else. You can do this on the side so that when people come up to me, Aaron, aren't you being a little Asian? Yes, I am, minus the musical instrument. That's a waste of time. I'm not like saying you must go become a doctor or an engineer or whatever. I'd be more like, no, you're not going to become a liberal arts major. No, you're not going to, you're going to do something that is productive. Like, she's a tailor. Really? Yeah, old school, with the tape measure and everything. She suits people up, makes them look real good. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, you should go see her. She works down over at the place. Oh, as daters grow more intentional, many Many now may look for clarity up front. 83% of millennials and 75% of Gen Z say they check someone's dating intentions before sending a like. Oh, millennials, now that you're in your 40s, you're starting to figure out whether or not they want to get married or not. Millennials. Dating Sunday may only last 24 hours, but the connections you make on that day could be the start of something meaningful. No, it won't. With a refreshed mindset, a clear profile, and a willingness to be proactive, the new year might bring more than resolutions. It could bring someone worth me. No. Lose weight. Okay, I'm going to be honest. Women got a lot more work to do than men. But thankfully, once you lose weight, the things that women have to do are not laborious. It's just things you don't do. Matter of fact, it will save you time. Stop putting fucking pieces of metal in places that don't belong on your face. Stop with the fucking tattoos. Stop dyeing your hair ridiculous colors. Grow your hair out long. That might take time, but it really isn't. You know, you don't just like hair. You don't have to work at it. Be nice and show up on time. If you got, you know what? Did that sound degrading? Did that sound insulting, ladies? Well, it's not. But if it is, you still finding insulting, fine. Don't meet nobody this year either. But I know the vast majority of you are not going to lose weight. Oh, I did want to go through. What is her name? Janelle Vanoy. Again, don't bother this lady. Janelle Vanoy. Journalism degree from North Carolina. Film studies degree. What? Come on, man. Did you need to go to school to write that shit? God, Jesus. You're giving advice. What? What? Come on. Come on. Fuck, man. I'm not going to say it. See, I don't hate this gal. I feel sorry for her. Janelle Vanoy, a.k.a. J-Bell. Native North Carolina, graduated University 2007. You've been at this for almost 20 years now, huh? With a bachelor's degree in journalism and mass communication, took a further step, moved, second bachelor's degree, embarking on a career in radio. Just do a podcast, man. Radio is dead. Graduating from the university. How many degrees you got? Went to UNLV 2013. Triple threat, air talent producer and brand ambassador for a radio cluster of 4 stations. Moved back to Carolina television. One of the biggest, Radio 1. Maintained on radio. Privileged lurking reality stars. Household name, strength. I mean, all right, yeah, you're a DJ. You want to do a real job, like something in the daytime? Oh, okay, please tell me you at least got a ton of things. What? How was your account suspended? What were you saying, JJ? Account suspended on X. Okay. YouTube. I mean, subscribe. Oh, my God. You should take all your... Look, just me. You're obviously putting a lot of work into your media career. Stop giving other people your time. Stop working for other people and create your own YouTube channel. That's it. You don't need... I mean, I worked in radio myself. All they do is they take the money... Now, they got, they got equipment and buildings and radio towers they got to pay for. You don't need that now. Radio is dead. Go YouTube. Why do you only have 315 subscribers on your YouTube channel? Why? I do not disagree that this lady probably has a following. Why? It's your following. Keep it. Oh, my God. Okay. Link below is a book called Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. Please don't get 3 degrees in worthless horseshit like some people do. If you need a real book on how to date and keep people attractive, I would probably go with Rollo Tomasi's The Rational Male. I hate to say it, Paul Bauer knows what he's talking about. I just don't like the woo-woo chakra crystal shit. How to keep your bitch. I'm just going to tell you right now, and if you don't have time to read that, guy, you just need to lose weight. Is that hard for people to understand? Do you guys not get that? I'm talking to the guys because some of you girls aren't going to do it. I just know you're not going to do it. But for you guys, do you understand that? We have a word, and women have a word for people we like, but we just don't want to have sex with. They're called friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you want to get in, I want to find that special someone. Well, people, I'm going to say it again. The foundation, the mandatory, necessary foundation for all loving and sexual, for love, which includes sex. I know, shocking to you girls, is lust. You both need to be physically attracted to each other. Because if you're not, then you're just friends. I'm not the one who's wrong. What's fascinating about this philosophical concept is how many Americans are wrong because you're fat, yet you still want to go and find love. That is fascinating to me. And you all know why. I mean, if you need to go on Ozempic, go on Ozempic. But what is it with this resistance to reality? I guess that's what fascinates me. You absolutely will ignore reality for hope that reality someday will change. Look at not the Democrat leaders or the Somalis running daycare centers. Those people are highly successful Democrats. I'm talking your rank and file, average, everyday voting Democrats. Okay. You keep hoping that someday money's just going to come in, or that you vote a Democrat enough, they'll get you enough money of other people's money that you'll be a millionaire, which will never happen because there's not that many people around to make everybody millionaires. It just isn't the economic production for that. That's why your GDP per capita is only about 56,000. You will never be a millionaire hoping someday you get picked up by a record label because you're a SoundCloud rapper. Which again, you don't need to just go make your own music directly to YouTube. You don't need permission from who does record labels anymore. You hope that your bobble shop is going to make you money. You hope you're going to find love in your fat. Can you all do that in 2026? If you're overweight, you just say, yeah, you know what? I am going to have to give up on the impossible dream that I will find love being fat. And that means one of two things. I have to give up the cake and eat it too. I have to stop being an Oprah woman where I can have my cake and eat it too, ruining my life in the process. And now I'm a baby boomer Oprah acolyte who followed Oprah's advice, and I'm miserable and fat and about to die. Okay. I'm either going to, one, lose the weight, put in the effort to lose the weight, and then go find love. Or I'm going to admit up front that the reason thus far I have not lost the weight is because the pain and effort putting into losing the weight, not to mention giving up on the good tasting food and the enjoyment of a leisurely and relaxed life, that is more valuable to me than having sex. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop pining and torturing myself for something that my previous choices have made mutually exclusive and impossible. I'm not going to worry about the opposite sex. I'm not going to worry about love or sex. I'm going to enjoy a life of good food, relaxation, no exercise, and maybe some exercise, but I ain't going to I am going to enjoy this life of leisure, absent worrying about the opposite sex and love. How about that? Can we do that one? And there's no guilt, right? There's no, when I was drinking, that was the choice I had to make. Am I going to feel guilty about drinking and ruin the experience of drinking? Or am I just going to drink and enjoy it? I ended up deciding to become sober, which I'm debating whether it was the right choice. But yeah, and by the way, going sober, that means you can't have the booze. It's a foreign concept to Americans. Can we do that in 2026? It's not my life. You can continue being fat, but do so guilt-free, or put in the effort, no longer be fat, and then, by the way, this is going to guarantee anything, increase dramatically your chances, not a guarantee, your chances of finding love. Look at them finding love. Isn't that cute? They think they're going to find love. Oh, you got to find that special someone for about 6 months until you find out some things about them. And you're like, oh, shit. Now I know why they say don't get married. Maybe the fat people are right. Maybe you should just enjoy the cupcake. You know, a cupcake never screamed at you why you hadn't taken the garbage out. You know, the shot of booze I would drink, it never nagged me about what some dumb things about me doing the laundry the wrong way. You know, it just booze in many ways did treat me very kindly, very well. Let's go to the super chats. Plains Warrior. Hi, Plains. How you doing? $2. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Plains. Say hi to Alex down south for us. Elon Musk's filthy jockstrap, 10 generous dollars. Dear Cappy, thanks to Vlad Velkins, I was able to open a daycare facility in Minnesota and declare it an S Corp. We have no students, but received a liquor license and have zero tax liability. Have you also had every Minnesota woman throw themselves at you to fuck them because they love it when you screw over their men, themselves, and their state? That's enough. Let me tell you about if you open up, okay, you really want. Now, look, okay, here's a way for you to get women without losing weight. Go to Minnesota and absolutely screw over Minnesotans. The Minnesota women, they get turned on by that. They're like, oh my God, he's screwing over my family and my culture and my state. Oh, I want to sleep with that guy. If you can go there, like commit crimes, deal drugs, or open up a daycare facility, Minnesota women find that hot. The American Noble. By the way, everyone, go subscribe to his channel here and then take a look at his anthology book he put together with the Masculine Geeks. Women don't change because dudes will still chase. You're right. They will, but they also then don't go on the dates. Now, if you guys don't know, American Noble is that top 10% guy. He's in excellent shape. He obviously puts the time at the gym. He has women that throw themselves at him. If you get to that critical mass point, this whole thing changes. The women want to have sex with you. That's the short version. If you're below that critical mass, it's kind of like a brown dwarf. You'll get some fusion, but not a lot. Women will use you to get married. They'll hang out with you because they're bored. They might have sex with you, but it'll be meh. And so they still have other men chasing after them. But they will not lose the weight. They will not aggressively pursue you. You got to become a very physically attractive man. And then a lot of this shit goes away. Guys, take a look at him. Subscribe to us. Take a lock. Elon Musk's filthy jockstrap. Again, $5. Also, the FBI van I parked in front of the Great One's apartment did not go the direction I was hoping, and I may have to move to Somalia for safety reasons. Yeah, I would not want to piss off the Great One. That's why I have him watch over my house when I'm gone. He like me, he doesn't need to be convinced to kill people. He's looking for an excuse. He really is looking for an excuse. And he will be more than happy. And I have to say, like, hey, I'm coming, just so you know, I'm coming in. Don't shoot me. Drew, $5. What's your biggest accomplishments working nights? I found working nights allowed me to really jumpstart my life while going back to college. Bachelor economics. Well, I mean, I might say my college degree because that was full-time school, full-time work, and I graduated 6 months early with no debt, with a very high GPA. That's up there. But a singular accomplishment was Bachelor economics. That was a 500-page book written in 3 months. And the only reason I did that is because I was working 16-hour shifts, a lot of that overnight, in a room, and I just sat and wrote. That was some of the most depressing days of my life because it was a test to the human mind. Like, sit in this room and write. That was it. Like, you're in prison. Okay, now go sleep. Now come back and do that for 3 months. And that's Bachelor Pad Economics was banged out. And that's, that's the double time. 3 birds, 1 stone, triple dipping. And that book has made it that I was able to pay off my house, afford some nice things like food. Bachelor Pad Economics got me stability. And it shows you, if you bust your ass off for 3 months, say like working a second job to pay off your student loans or pay off your credit card debt, it's going to suck, but it makes the remaining, 6 decades of your life a lot easier. Or I don't know, you could be a 50-year-old still bitching about your student loan bailouts, the student loans you acquired back in the 90s. I found working nights allowed me to really jumpstart my life while going back to school. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Security is security, I always said. And do not just work a nighttime security job. You must I'd use security also to create my dance courses, right? I put together proposals and shipped them out and sent them out over fax. Yeah, you got 8 hours a day uninterrupted, getting paid admittedly a low wage. Don't let it go to waste. Drew, $2. What country are you looking to move overseas? I don't know. Potentially Thailand, potentially Japan, potentially Croatia, potentially Georgia. I don't know. You need to go out and travel. And after all this work I do, it's not real work, I admit, but all this time that's consumed, let's put it that way. Writing books is taxing. I mean, I also am very emphatic about hiking and going to the gym, and that takes energy. And then after taxes, I'm like, fuck, I finished my taxes around February, maybe early March. I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm so tired. And I got to do things like I got to cancel my credit card because Capital One credit card doesn't work. And I could finally use my new credit card, my business credit card that does work. So I got to call them up. I got to switch everything over to the new credit card because Capital One just couldn't do their fucking job. The American Noble, $2 in 2026. Accountability is still not sexy. Yeah, it sucks to suck. That's what I was going to say pisses me off, but it shouldn't piss me off. I should be more stoic than that. That's what confuses me. And I won't lie, it pisses me off, even though it's not my life. All of you are wasting your lives being overweight. All of you. You're going to have less life. You're not going to have as much fun. All because you're cowardly and afraid of the gym. Now, if you truly are, no, man, I enjoy relaxing. I don't mind being fat. I don't mind giving up 10 years of life expectancy. Okay, cool, fine. I get that. Go right ahead. But everybody wants this life, and everybody wants some hot person in their life. And I'm like, then why are you fat? I guess for my audience, can you at least be men and not be women? Can you at least give up on this have my cake and eat it too bullshit? Can you give up on the perfect mental state where you actually think you're going to get a girl being overweight? Just stop that. Let's be at least empirical in that regard. And if you're like, well, okay, what are you guys don't have to go to the gym, really. And if you're too fat, you shouldn't be, because you're going to injure yourself. First diet, start getting into walking, do a daily walk, even if it's a quarter mile. As you lose more weight, increase the distance, listen to a podcast, make it an enjoyable experience. And then by the end of the year, you may not be walking a quarter. You might be walking 5 miles. You might be running 3. And then you ain't a fat fuck no more. Now, just to let you know, that is not going to get you the girls. What? No, I know. See, to get the girls, based on the research I've done, you got to be in the top. Go look at Noble Brown. Go there, top 7%, man. I said 10. It's more like 7. You also have to hit the gym. I'm just saying, as an experiment, why don't you try walking? Just see what happens. Drew, $2. I maxed my Roth IRA accounts this morning. Happy 2020. Oh, good for you, Drew. Yeah, I got to go and donate to the Yeah, you're right. It's 2026. Now I get to do my taxes. I get to wait for the 1099 forms. I get to make my contribution to my SEP IRA. I got to go create an HSA. Oh, that's right. I got to go through I get to set up another username and password. I get to go through the health plan and create my HSA. Oh, I fucking hate all you people. Drew, $2. Working nights allowed me to super focus and win. Absolutely. Dre, Happy New Year, Stray. $2. Cappy is getting ready for Big Mike and Vincent. Elon Musk filthy jockstrap for $5. I asked a woman out today. I was immediately pepper sprayed and then tasered. When I got home, I cried, but took out my Lambo for a ride and went bowling. You make fun of it, but Elon, you're not wrong. I know several guys like that who they have their favorite car, right? Not a super expensive car either. Although one guy I know has a very, very nice car. But I do know guys who got their fun car that they like, myself included. I have a fun car, and they like, okay, well, let's go bowling, or let's go hiking, or I play poker, and they're just driving around, having fun with their cars, and they go do the things they want to do. You'll see more of that. Prince Revolver, $5. I'll be 40 in 4 years. At that age, I can't imagine wanting to date and find love for what? I probably have 20 years max left. Men's priority changing. Yeah, your testosterone goes down too. I'm not against dating. Obviously, I'm not against women. You see a cute girl, ask her out. Prince Revolver, of all things, you should be doing that just so you don't have regret. See a girl. You single? Well, what's your number? Maybe we go out sometime. That's it. Don't worry, you'll have your answer soon enough. They'll either say yes and and you'll be successful, or they'll say no, and after a while, I'll be like, yeah, you know what? This year, 2026, you guys should ask out at least one girl a month. Let's try that too. Unless you're fat, then don't bother. It's going to be a waste of time. But if you're in decent shape, ask out a girl a month, see what happens. And that should give you your answer. Kona Savage. To Canadian, Happy New Year, you curmudgeonly old boomer. Thank you, Kona. The American Noble, $5 again. Big people can just date other big people. The issue is the big person typically wants a model or an athlete. Everyone overvalues themselves and wants to work. Yep. I will, again, typically point out women as well. You girls, I know guys are desperate enough. A 5 can get sex, but you girls actually think that the data, because I'm helping Myron write his new book, and we're going through the data, and I'm pulling it, and I'm like, good God, it's even worse. It's just, oh, it's a pain in the ass. Prince Revolver, $5. This obsession with the clean slate mentally is another reason they're forever single. Oh yeah, right. Wasn't it last year? The whole thing is, it's my year. 2025 is going to be my year, said the lazy, worthless human being who wasn't going to put any effort into. It's going to be you just decreed that unto the universe. You're just going to, it's your year, huh? Oh, okay. That's all you had to do, is just decree it. And that was the problem. Fire Dog, 10 generous dollars. Hey, Cap, I was in the dating market for years and watched it descend into this shit show it is today. Single women today are agents of chaos. All they do is drain resources and kill your momentum. I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it. Elon Musk, filthy jockstrap. Again, $5. Angry Cappy, check out Albania if you have not. Not my forever place, but inexpensive 24-hour gyms, nice people, and great food. Then check Thailand. Okay, maybe I will check Albania. Is that near Georgia? Georgia country. Oh, that's right there. I got to be careful. It's by Iran. Oh. You got to go over Russia and Ukraine to get there. Okay. Where's Albania? Is that Syria? There it is, Albania. Oh, maybe I will go to Croatia and Albania. Maybe I will check that out. That Adriatic Sea tempts me. Because it's warmer, and maybe I will check that out. Okay. What's the weather in weather, Pula, Croatia. What's the weather like? But yeah. It's better than Minnesota. Weather, let's look at Albania. Now, 5 degrees warmer. A lot of rain. A lot of rain down there. It's still, I'll take that. If this is what it's like in January, I'll take it. I will. It says 32 degrees. I guess I got to choose an area. Elon Musk filthy jockstrap, $2. Also hit Oktoberfest one time for 2 days. It was great. I'm not a big party festival guy. I'm not. I really, man, I want my hut. I just want my hut. Prince Revolver, $5. I had 3 dating options last year, but they all have kids and money issues. I'm not. Oh, dude, you don't know the half of it. Yesterday, I was doing research. There is a wave of sugar babies coming your way. Myron was talking to me about it. He's like, dude, you got to talk about the sugar baby thing. We got to, look this up. And we're looking up, and he's showing me his data, and I'm like, oh my God. It's like, okay, well, let's outline a chapter on that one now, shall we? Oh, yeah, just so you know, Myron's new book is going to be coming out February 14th. It's called Why Women Deserve Even Less. And I was like, you sure you got enough data to do another one? He was like, oh, yeah. And I like, oh, yeah, you do. Here we go. So that's coming out. And then the other book, which I'm waiting on some research to be done, called I Don't Want a Threesome with Jesus. That's coming out later. There's a pro-sex book for Christians, which I know goes against everything you Christians think about. It's horrible. I'm not against dating, but I want a girl with minimal life problems. Yeah, you got to get them young. You got to get them young. There's a whole argument to be made. You find some girls like whatever, 19, 20. Say, look, before you fuck up your life with student loan debt or some other person's kid, do you want to like get this married thing or committed thing down and start a family with me? Right? Or do you want to go through all this girl boss horse shit? All right, that's it. Link below, Worthless Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. Do not bother about dating Sunday. Go to the gym instead. We'll see you guys later, Toodles.